it goes without saying that once we run out of energy, we need to rest. We need to re-energize. So, with that being said, we have to be very, very careful with the way we manage our energy and the way we allot our energy. And a lot of times, people don't speak on this because, like I said, it goes without saying sometimes. I know I need to watch how I spend my energy. Well, let's dig into that just a little bit further. Let's say you have a bottle of water. And in the beginning of the day, you pour a little bit of water out symbolically and literally for everything you give your energy to throughout that day. You wake up in the morning, you give social media some of your energy. At the same time, you're mentally preparing for your day and going through whatever you have to do throughout that day. Whether if you have a child and you need to get that child up ready for school, you pour out some of that water because you're putting some energy into that. You're preparing to get yourself together and go to work, you pour out some water, you're preparing for that. You go back to a text message to a person that you've been having a conversation with, or maybe a toxic friend or a good friend, whatever the person may be, and you send a text message while you're getting ready, and you pour out some more of your water because you just gave a little bit more of your energy. And then, maybe, you into churning up, and you pour out a little bit more water or a lot more water because you like to really churn up. And eventually that bottle of water is going to run out. And now you got to rest to refill it. And you did all of this stuff, but you really didn't take no energy for yourself. You ain't even take a sip of the bottle yourself. You didn't give yourself no time to think about your plan, your focus, and your dream, because you already expended all of your energy on all of these things that, some of them are important. These are the things that you have to, but you poured out some water to deal with a text from a toxic relationship, or you poured out some water while you was expending some energy on social media, or on the turn up, getting drunk and high, and you no good to nothing. So you already spent a lot of energy. Now where are you in all of that? And we have to be more mindful of where we spend our energy and realize that we only have a limited amount of energy, period. Each and every human being, there's only a limited amount of energy before we have to lay down and go to sleep, or eat something and drink something and refuel. And it's inevitable. We all have to rest. And what we find is that because we expend our energy and we don't manage the way we spend our energy efficiently, we end up having to rest faster and faster and faster and faster. We deplete our energy faster and faster and faster. And the solution to that problem that we have in spending our energy wastelessly is focusing on what's important, eliminating the things that aren't important, and then putting things in order of importance, because there are some things that might be more important than others. And the most important things, if you're able to, you focus on accomplishing that first. And then when you're done with that, you move on to the next one. And then when you're done with that, you move on to the next one. So that when you pour a little bit of water into the first task, you you haven't poured all of your water into that task before, you might have some energy to deal with other tasks while you're still working on this one, but you focusing, your main goal and focus should be on finishing that one before you move on to the next task, because now you can afford to put as much water as you need into that first task, the most important one. And you manage your water the way you spread yourself. The water is symbolic of how you spread yourself. So some of the things I just wanted to talk about, put on, record and revisit later on. I'll let your voice just go to Alpha.